I'm Tina McDonald, part of Spellbinders Inspiration Team. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to create an elegant party ensemble using the sparkle die template from Spellbinders. Begin with a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to use a piece of wax paper between the die template and my cardstock to help remove the pieces much simpler. So we're going to place the decorative insert as well as the cutting border onto the wax paper, and we're going to hold these in place with a piece of low-tack tape. Now place this onto the base plate for the Artisan Explorer machine, and we're going to cover it with the metal shim. Where it's a detailed die, it's going to take a little bit of extra pressure. And then we're going to cover with the embossing plate, which is the pink plate, and then you can go ahead and run this through your machine. Now remove the metal shim and replace it with the tan embossing mat and once again the pink embossing plate, and run it through your machine once again. Now because we used wax paper, this should be very simple to remove from the die template. So go ahead and remove the excess as well as your removable tape, and then remove the outside border piece, and then we're going to remove the delicate piece. But before we do, we're going to take our tool-in-one and roll the brush end over top, and this is just going to loosen everything. Look how simple that is. Now take a piece of black cardstock, trimmed to approximately the same size as the white one was, and we're going to cut this using our basic cutting technique. So the base plate covered by the cutting plate, and run through the Artisan Explorer machine. Then we're going to replace the cutting plate with the tan embossing mat and the pink embossing plate, and run her through one more time. Now we have two separate pieces, and I want you to adhere them together. This piece is the base for each one of the projects in our ensemble today. To create our invitation, we're going to trim our cardstock to 11 by 6.5 inches. And then we're going to score at 3 3/4 and at 7.5. And this is going to give us a tri-fold card. So our invitation will be written on the inside, which you can add using vellum or however you'd like. Now to the front of our card, we're going to be adhering a black panel and a red panel, and the measurements are included there on the screen, so we'll adhere them down. And then on top of that, we're going to add the beautiful decorative sparkle die cut that we prepared. I've added some red gems to the center of this to give a little bit of an accent. And now we're going to add some ribbon. So we're going to tie it around the entire card. Where it's a tri-fold, this will kind of help to keep it closed as well as act as a little bit of a band. So go ahead, we're going to tie that into a pretty bow. Now to finish up the front of our card, I've gone ahead and stamped Once Upon a Time and die cut it using the nested lacy pennants, and we're going to add that right there by the bow. And to finish off the bow, I'm going to add a black gem to the center of it, and then our card or invitation is complete. I wanted to create a matching centerpiece, so I decided to make a candle. We're going to decorate a candle, and while my glue was drying, holding these two pieces together, I rounded them around the candle just to let it dry that way so that it would have a little bit of shape. Okay, now we're going to be using ribbon to tie this onto our candle. So I've laid the ribbon down, and then I'm going to use a hot glue gun to adhere the ribbon to the back of my sparkle die cut. This is so simple, and this can be used as well on any other type of decoration you'd like to have for your ensemble. We could use this for place setting. They could be a napkin ring. It could be so many different things. It's simple and it's beautiful and it's elegant. Simply tie your ribbon in a bow on the back and you're ready to go. For my final piece today, I've decided to create a little gift box. So once again, begin with our sparkle die template together and adhere it to the ribbon as we did for the candle. And we're going to score on the center portions as you see here. We're going to score these two lines, so it's going to give us a three-sided piece. For my box, I used Spellbinders Square Bracket Edge Box, and I created this from white cardstock. Now, just as we did for the candle, we're going to adhere this around by tying a bow around the box. I've chosen to add a touch of hot glue to the top portions here to make sure that it stays on our box and doesn't slide off. Once the hot glue is set, go ahead and tie your bow in the back and trim your ribbon. Now add the red gems to the center portions as we have in the previous pieces. And you can customize your gift box by stamping a sentiment or thank you on the very top portion. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what you can do with this new die. There's so many possibilities for party favors, invitations, decorations, you name it, you can do it. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I love to hear your feedback, so please feel free to like this video and leave any comments or questions in the space provided below. Also, don't forget to follow the Spellbinders Paper Arts YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.